Hello, I'm Arch 110. This is my review of Givenchy's Ange ou Démon, which I think translates as Angel or Devil, or it might be Angel of Devil. I thought it was Angel or Devil. Anyway, I've been asked about this one quite a lot. I got asked about it in the past, and most recently I've been asked about it twice again. I just never had a sample up until now, so thank you, Gary, for sending me not one but two samples of it, which I've used both of them now, and Michaela, that I work with, because you both wear this fragrance, and she had a little mini of it, so she's given it to me for review purposes. It is ambery colour, but this fragrance does do that, so if yours is this colour, don't worry, it's just the vanilla in it that makes it go like that. It still smells absolutely fine. Really cool fragrance, quite baffling, really like it though. So, yes, this review is for Gary Greenwood and also Mama Jama, minus the G because you've taken it off. So this is, well, according to Fragrantica, it's a Oriental floral. Came out in 2006. The nose behind it is Olivier Cresp, who is obviously amazing. He's made so many wicked ass perfumes, such as Midnight Poison for Dior, and also Elle by Yves Saint Laurent, which makes sense because they both smell quite similar. Tons of Nina Ricci fragrances, and also he had a hand in making the infamous Angel and a couple of other variations of it. He made the rose one as well, which I mentioned in my last review, so he doesn't mess about, and he does make quite bold choices in his perfumes, and this one's no exception. So I'll go through the notes with you, as I always do. Let me just move that thing off of my camera. So the top notes and the base notes have a kind of cool and weird combination, so it makes it a very polarising perfume, but I'll go on to that in a minute. So the top notes are mandarin, white cumin, but even on Fragrantica it says it's got thyme in it, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. Mandarin, white cumin, and then saffron, which according to Fragrantica as well is the most prominent note in it. I don't know if I agree with that, but it's an interesting note to have in a fragrance. I think it's weird, saffron. When you smell it, it kind of smells to me like hay, like it's a very dry kind of hay, barnyardy, not barnyardy, just hay, barn, a little bit incensey, very dry. No, it's kind of weird, but I can imagine it would add something really interesting to a perfume. The heart notes are lily, ylang-ylang, and then something called a maxillaria orchid. No idea what that is, but let's, for now, just say orchid, which to me always kind of smells very sweet and light, basically. It's a very soft kind of, not powdery though, just kind of a one note sweet kind of thing. It's hard to describe, I'm sorry. And then the base notes, a bit of a clash. It's oak moss, vanilla, tonka, and rosewood. Now rosewood is another weird one for me as well. I've got the essential oil of it. I've never actually dabbled or messed around with it and used it in anything, but it smells really bizarre. It's probably my worst woody kind of smelling note. It smells like turpentine, it smells a little bit like eucalyptus, not really very woody at all, and it's just a bit strange. So yeah, Olivier Cresp obviously has these cool ideas that create magic when they're put together. Weird stuff. So I'll put it on my hand, this little cuteness that I have here, and then I will tell you my impressions. And I'm going to tell you, it's not an easy one. I had to write quite a few things down to A, remember all the stuff I wanted to say, and B, do the review justice and the perfume justice, because it's not a usual one. So, the opening of it. It's one of the most interesting openings I've smelled in a perfume in a long time. The name suggests angel or devil. And this perfume is kind of, it's sense baffling when you first smell it. It feels like it's pulling me in loads of different directions. Just when I feel like I think I know what I'm smelling, it then veers off and it's something else. Is it spicy? Am I smelling something foody? Is it sweet? Is it a little bit medicinal and like root beer? Yes, it's all of the above. It's a lot of different things. It's sexy. It's kind of makes me want to keep smelling it because there's a lot going on. Is it floral? Yes it is, but not in an obvious way. This is more about something sweet and something a bit sexy at the same time. So I guess that's the kind of angel devil thing. So it throws quite a lot of stuff at you within the first minute, and it's quite a journey as well. I wrote down, it's quite a journey. It's everything. It's quite a lot of stuff at once. So that's why I don't know if it should be classified as an oriental floral. I would say it is a gourmand, but it's also like a spicy woody as well. I don't know, it's very baffling, like I said. So like I said, I smell something that smells like root beer in it. I think it's the combination of this kind of hay, like sassafras, I don't know if that's the word to pronounce it. Sassafras is the thing that's made, that flavours root beer. It's kind of like that. It's foody, sweet, and also spicy as well. And this is the reason why I always say, when I smell this, it's like a very distant cousin to Dior's Hypnotic Poison, only in the opening though, not for the rest of the wearing. It's kind of, it has that same root beerish kind of thing. While Hypnotic Poison is more about the fluffy, cosy, coconutty vanilla root beer, this is like a much sexier, sharper, and more refined root beer. The sweetness is there underneath, but the other stuff's making it do other stuff. Really, really hard to describe, but yeah, that's basically what I mean with the root beer reference. That's not always there though, that's only in the opening. Really cool. It's like it's got two layers. Some perfumes you can smell two layers at once. You can smell the ball underneath of this smooth, sweet vanilla and stuff, but it's the top part that is the confusing part. That's the bit that throws me for a loop. Anyway, I wrote down, the opening, it feels like it's trying to tick every olfactory box. You know, kind of like when you eat Asian food or Chinese food. That kind of food is designed to hit every part of your taste buds. So you get the salt, the sweet, sour, spicy. This feels like it's trying to tick all of the olfactory boxes in my head. It's giving me everything, all at once. That's what makes it a great perfume, and that's what makes it unusual, and that's why I like it and think it's, you know, a standalone fragrance. So what this gives you as it starts to dry is a feeling of two different things. And I'm not just saying that because it's called angel or devil. It gives you gourmand on one side and it gives you sexiness on the other. That's the two layers that I smell at once. So it's kind of like, come here and eat me and taste me, but not too close because I'll bite you. So it's, you know, it is a little bit, it wants to smell sweet, and it's kind of plasticky. The tonka in this, tonka kind of smells like a very smooth almondy kind of note. That with the vanilla is creating this kind of plasticky, sweet undertone. But then you've got the spicy things on the top and the weird hay saffron stuff, and I guess that orchid is kind of smoothing it out a bit, so it's giving you two things. And the rosewood, like I said, rosewood is a very weird note anyway, but that is what wafts sometimes. It changes all the time when it wafts. Sometimes you get the sweet side, sometimes you get the, oh god, I've just smelled something really refined and gorgeous and sexy. So every note plays their part, I think, apart from maybe the lily. I don't really know what's going on with that. I can't smell lily in this at all. But yeah, come and eat me, but don't because I might bite you kind of thing. You know, playing off of a couple of different feelings in a perfume I think is great. And yeah, keeps me a bit confused, which is a tick in my opinion. You don't want something just to bore you straight away, so yeah. So to really try and split this thing into two, I did say it was a gourmand, I did say it was something sexy. If I had to put it into percentages, I would say it's 60% gourmand and 40% whatever else is going on in it. And although it's gourmand, it never becomes overly sweet. It's not a cakey, toothacheingly sweet gourmand. It's like a semi-sweet fragrance. It's just the right amount to not be cloying, which is another piece of magic I think that this fragrance has. So you can tell that I like it because I'm singing its praises all the time. What else do I write down? yeah, the saffron. I wanted to write about the saffron. On Fragrantica, that has been voted as the most prominent note. I have smelt a Black Phoenix perfume before, that I have some of as well, that combines saffron and vanilla together. This has a similar kind of thing going on, where, like I said, it's almost like a plasticky vanilla undertone as opposed to an ice creamy vanilla undertone, and it works. It really works. It's like a very sweet plasticky vanilla underneath. So yeah, all I can say about it, other than that, is the dry stages is where it really kind of gets into its stride. All of the craziness goes away, and you're left with mainly an occasional waft of this plasticky vanilla, and occasionally I get a waft of something extremely woody and sexy that just comes out of nowhere, and then I do that again and I'm like, no, okay, it's back to vanilla again. So like I said, it keeps you on your toes. I've never had, you know, tons of spraying of myself on this, but from the reviews I've read, it lasts a really long time. It's sexy, it gets compliments, and to sum it up, I would say saffron, this is what I wrote down: saffron spiced vanilla cookies and a spark of woody sexiness. That is my sum up the perfume in a couple of words, if that's even possible. If you haven't tried it, go and try it. Or you can go and try one of the 15 other flankers that there are of this fragrance. Did you know that? 15 variations of Ange Demon. That is giving DKNY Delicious a run for its money, or, you know, Cool Water, where there's a new one every week. I think you should just stick to the original, in my opinion. Anyway, click up here to subscribe, and I'll see you guys really soon for another review of Summit. I don't know. Okay, bye.